What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video, your girl is here to bring you my latest video in my must gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series in the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages that I use to help create this information and find out about the new makeup. And I lastly always have all of the makeup that I talk about listed and linked down below for your shopping convenience. Consumerism. So in case you are interested, I did record this look. This look will be coming up later. Probably not this week, probably next week. I already have 4 videos planned for this upcoming week. I already had 4 or 5 videos last week. Your girl just has so many ideas, and it doesn't help that I am in self-quarantine. So what else do I have to do? I do work, but it's just not enough. Autofocus, chill out. Oh, it worked. Anyways, in case you are interested in hearing about the new makeup releases, let me stop babbling. Let's get to it. Okay, so I turned off the autofocus because sis was playing me just in the intro, so I can only imagine what she was going to do to me when I started recording this part of the video. In case you are wondering, I am recording this on Friday at about noon. So there might be quite a bit of things that get announced or released before I talk about them. I'll talk about them next week. So one thing I meant to talk about last week, but I somehow skipped it, was Dazzle Me Dead, which is a makeup US based brand. Came out with the Morgue palette. So this is a 9-pan palette. There's a black, there's 4 green mattes with varying depths. There are 4 shimmers as well. I thought this was an interesting palette. Maybe even that darker shade isn't even a black. It might low-key be a really dark green. Who knows? I'm actually going to sit here and watch the swatch video really quickly. Okay, so it looks like that actually is a black. These are actually very interesting colors. I've not heard anybody talk about this brand. I'm intrigued to know maybe how expensive or inexpensive that particular palette is. And that'll probably be my gauge on if I'm going to pick this up eventually. So this looks to be their first palette, and it's $27. I will say whoever was swatching in this video, they were swatching mighty hard to make sure that the products really, I guess, appeared maybe better than they were supposed to be. I don't really know. I've never tried this brand. I've never heard from this brand, but I am intrigued by this palette. Everything else from the collection doesn't look to be up my alley. Would you guys be interested in seeing a video on this palette? I wouldn't be opposed to picking it up. I have been doing some damage in the purchasing department, but you know, sometimes it is what it is. You know, I'm trying, but I'm not completely reformed yet when it comes to my purchasing habits. But I have done better. I haven't purchased any makeup this month. Clothes, on the other hand, can't stop me. Alright, next, Patrick Starr is releasing another product from his brand, and it is their setting powder. And he's released only 2 shades. So he's released a translucent shade and a dark or deep shade. He's also released lashes as well. Y'all know my history in lashes. I've tried. It doesn't really fit your girl. I'm too impatient to learn how to put them on. And even when I put them on, they just don't look the way I think they should. So I'm good. And these lashes look dramatic, okay? The powder, I have 3 loose powders still full size currently in my collection. I did just recently finish 2 or something full size loose powder, something to that extent this year. I don't need another loose finishing powder. I want to get to the point where I only have like 1 loose finishing powder, maybe 2 pressed powders, and call it a day. I just feel like there's certain categories in makeup where I personally just don't venture out of. Once I'm starting to use a product, I finish that product. So I don't feel the personal need to pick this up. I do know that a lot of people are going to go into this powder expecting it to be the creme de la creme, perfect, all ready for everybody in their sun, because his powder from MAC's collaboration really hit off. Apparently it's the same powder from a powder they already had in their line, so, and out. But I mean, if you're interested, be great. I would love to hear from you guys if you really like this powder. I will say my one kind of concern is if you look at the powder at the opening where the powder actually comes out, it only comes out through a really small slit in his logo. And I know me personally, that's the one thing I low-key hate about loose powders, is that you have to literally fight to get the powder out the small little holes, and that's when there are holes all types of around the packaging. So with this small little slit, I'm a bit concerned, but I can't wait to see reviews. I know this is going to be something that a lot of people pick up, and I don't know when it's actually coming out. It's coming out during the very last day of the VIB sale, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to be picking this up, and I'm excited to see some reviews. Be Perfect Cosmetics, it's going to be having some gift sets. I've never purchased anything from Be Perfect, but I do hear quite a few really good things about the brand. So I mean, it's their very first eyeshadow. What? But don't they have palettes? I'm confused. Maybe all their palettes were in collaboration with somebody, and that's what they mean by that. I don't really know, but they have an eyeshadow palette, a primer, lashes, a mascara in one set, and there are a bunch of other sets. I think it's all cute, but it's not a brand that I am like pressed to try from, so it's going to be a pass for me. Caladios is coming out with a new highlighter, and this is called their Space Age highlighter, and this is a multi-chrome highlighter. If you're interested in seeing what this looks like, I've only seen it shown on a lighter complexion, which was in Jessica Nyquist's video. She already did a video showcasing this highlighter. She also showed that the Mars Melter highlighter, which I actually have, which is a white looking highlighter in the pan, but it is a pinky reddy kind of duochrome highlighter. She also showed, and there's some purple in there. Anyways, she also showed that this highlighter got reformulated to be more of a peachy to, I think, like a reddy duochrome highlighter. So Caladios is famous, honestly, just famous for reformulating their highlighters. I really like this highlighter shade, and although I really do love peach highlighters, I feel like I have quite a few peach highlighters, so I'm gonna pass on the reformulated version of Mars Melter, at least for right now. I really do enjoy their formula though, so do know that. As for this multi-chrome highlight, I am so intrigued, but at the same time, I feel like I need to tell myself, sis, you have multi-chromes, you could just use that on your face. So I'm on the fence. There are a couple of palettes that I am interested for picking up from this brand, but if I'm going to make a purchase from Caladios, it is going to be pre-Black Friday. So let me know down below if you guys are interested in seeing me showcase this highlighter. I'm okay with picking it up, but otherwise I'll probably just wait until I make my order later, because I don't think I'm actually going to be purchasing from Caladios this month. I think I'm just going to wait maybe December, January to pick a purchase from them. e.l.f. Cosmetics has come out with a brightening concealer. This is like one of those click up pens from what I can tell, and it has that feather pin tip situation. I hate that type of applicator, so no ma'am. The shade range isn't the best, but it's e.l.f. It's for me, I am not a huge like concealer trier wearer. I can use pretty much any concealer and make it work. I'm not very particular at all when it comes to concealer. For me, my big thing is, does the applicator take out enough product? If it does, I'm good. If it doesn't, I'm not. So for me, I'm not too interested in personally in picking this up, and I have what, 3 or 4 concealers now. I'm almost done with one. That's enough concealer. Concealer is one of those other categories of makeup for me that I just feel like if I have one in my collection, I'm good. So I am going to go ahead and pass on this. Rephr has done their holiday collection where they came out with 3 different brushes. So they came out with the 25 brush, which, let me find. So the 25 brush is a longer haired brush than this 22. This was their prototype, I want to say, based on the handle. I picked this up, obviously, and I love this. I use this for bronzer, and I think it's cool. The only thing I kind of hate about this is the handle size. I wish this was a longer handle, but that's neither here nor there. It's big enough overall that I can get my hand around this. And then the other brush, the 24, is a different version to their number 5 brush. I'm trying to find it. I know I have it. There it is. So their number 5 brush is right here. The number 24 brush is a denser and wider brush to this. And then the last brush that they released is the 23 brush, which is an even smaller brush to their pencil brush. I'm sure I have their pencil brush. I just don't know where that is, and that's too small of a brush, and I don't have my glasses on to try and find it. But long story short, I want the bundle. I want the bundle. I want the brushes. I really, really do enjoy Rephr brushes. And the bundle is on sale as of right now. And I think the bundle, like on full price, is like somewhere in the 200s, but on sale it's somewhere near in the 100s. I really honestly only want the 2 brushes. Alright, so sorry, my camera died on me. Really, if I could curb my appetite like in brushes realm, I would really only pick up the 24, because that's a brush I know I would get a lot of use out of, because I get a lot of use out of this 05 brush because it really picks up baked gelée cheek products really, really nicely. And although I like this for bronzer, it is a wee bit small for my personal liking. And getting the 24, I feel like that would be the perfect size bronzer brush to pick up baked gelée products, and I would be in heaven. So for me, I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to eventually pick up that one brush. The 25, it's a really big fluffy brush, and I have quite a bit of big fluffy brushes, and to me, although it is nice and I really like how they're made and stuff, that is something that I can pass. Same with the pencil brush. I use a lot of pencil brushes, but I like my pencil brushes to be more rounded in shape. So I've talked myself into only picking up one, which I'm happy about, and I will probably only pick up the 24 brush. Now that doesn't include any other brushes that I have that I want duplicates of, which is why I'm probably going to wait to pick up some Rephr brushes until later. I've already broken my budget, okay? That is a fact. I really don't have money for Rephr brushes orders, so I'm going to wait and see a little bit later, but I will be definitely picking up that 24 brush eventually. Linda Hallberg Cosmetics has come out with 2 new products. She's come out with a new eyeshadow palette, which is apparently supposed to be more pigmented, smooth, and all of that. And she's also come out with a primer. So I've only picked up 1 palette from Linda Hallberg, and I picked up 2 eye pencils from her. I like the palette, but it's basically it is a topper palette, so I don't use it very often. And this palette, although it looks like it will work on somebody of my complexion, it just ain't tickling your girl's fancy. It's just not there. I'm not doing many double takes, as Samantha March says, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass. I'm not gonna talk myself into this, because if y'all knew what was going on right now with the purchasing that your girl has been making, y'all would be devastated almost as much as my bank account is. Spectrum Brushes has created a new collection, and it is their Pantherine collection. I've told you guys multiple times, I am not a fan of animal print. It's just not a thing. I can't tell if, okay, let me talk about the palette. The palette is cute, whatever, basic, easy pass. The brushes, I actually low-key am interested in, but I don't buy face brush collections, so I am gonna pass on that. The clutch, no child, no. But I like low-key am side-eyeing the organizers. I don't need any organizers. If you guys could only see my makeup desk, I mean, okay, let me say this. I could take that organizer and make my desk a little bit neater and like take away some of the like random ugly organizers that I've just like repurposed. So that's a thing, but I don't need it. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to curb the excess. So I'm going to talk myself out of this. Plus, I feel like I would have to buy from a brand. I'm pretty sure Spectrum Brushes is UK based, and I'm trying to really reduce the amount of non-US based brands that I'm purchasing them from right. Did that make sense? I'm trying to limit the amount of non-US based brands that I'm purchasing from right now, just because of shipping and all that. And I know me, I'm impatient, so I'd rather not purchase from them now and wait later to get my order quicker. So that is what your girl is going to do. Alrighty, so I've already talked about this brand multiple times. You guys know I don't personally support them, but I still don't mind talking about them because their collections are honestly just tragic. Every time they're just tragic. So they came out with a brush collection. Easy pass. Like I said, I don't buy brush collections anymore. I have way too many brushes to be buying collections. Then they came out with this another monstrosity of a palette, and no, and they have like this, I guess, PR box, which is in like a mailbox, and there's other stuff. No, I don't want anything to do with this at all. I don't want anything to do with this brand. Did I say what brand this is? This is P. Louise, in case you didn't know. This whole collection just looks a little bit to be desired, and I guess the collection is called Canceled because they are canceled in my book. Okay, a Mulan inspired makeup collection that your girl is like, hello, is the Mulan Beautiful Blooms eyeshadow palette, and this was made by Mad Beauty. I have never heard of this brand. They have to be big to be doing a collaboration with Disney, because let's face it, Disney is probably not a cheap brand to collaborate with by any means. I kind of like this palette. I like the palette. Okay, so this is a UK based brand. We'll see. I might actually pick this up, but if I pick this up, I need to do that either sooner or wait till December, January to do so. But I think I might pick it up now. Who knows? I would love to hear your opinions. Granted, the color scheme is not revolutionary by any means, but it's a new indie brand. It's showing a favorite movie of mine, so it's like it's grabbing me in that sense, and who knows? Okay, IBY Beauty is doing a collaboration with Trina Turk. I have no idea who Trina Turk is. Wow, she's a clothing designer. Yeah, I guess she's a clothing designer. I mean, the clothes look nice. They look like they're too expensive for your girl. Your girl likes that $20 sweater. Nice. So I'm going to pass on looking too far into her clothing line. As for the makeup collaboration, it looks cute. It's just nothing that like I would write home about. It definitely looks like something that is perfect for her followers to really pick up, but nothing for me. Revolution has come out with a Color State, which is a light cover foundation. I love the Revlon Color State. I've gone through 2 bottles, something to that extent, and I don't think I have a bottle now. Maybe I do. Maybe it's in my backup drawer. I don't know. But I really do enjoy the Revlon Color State, so I would recommend it. I don't know how this is going to do, but I mean, overall, I like that they've really padded out this Cover Stay line in general, because now they have a full coverage matte, matte finish just in general, then the natural finish and the natural finish light. And I personally like the natural finish medium to full coverage one. That's the one that I really gravitate towards. So either way, I really like that they padded out this range, did bada bing bada boom, and yeah, it's just not for me though. I don't like light coverage. Wet n Wild has come out with a Star Luxe Holiday Collection. This looks cute. There's some quads, some duos, some lip products, some cheap products. For me, when it comes to drugstore, I just never remember to go into a drugstore to look for a particular product. So if it does not come to Ulta, it just ain't happening. And I also I'm never really fully impressed enough to purchase from the particular brand's website. So I think there's this one duo in the back that looks dark, and it looks like it's like maybe a bronzer and a blush. I doubt that bronzer will work on me, but that's the only thing in this collection, just from looking at this like really quick picture, that is really pulling my attention. Also, the quads look like they may have glitters in them, so that just automatically cuts that out for me. So I'll be interested. I'm sure 1 or 2 people that I follow will be picking this up and reviewing it, but it's not going to be something that I pick up. SUVA Beauty will be launching a palette soon. I'm pretty sure we've seen updated photos of this. Yes, I have. So this is called is that the name of it? It is Magic and Ecstasy palette. I have one palette from SUVA Beauty. I absolutely love the formula, love everything about that palette. This palette has 5 pressed glitters. No ma'am. I don't know why a lot of these brands are really getting on this pressed glitter train. I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And these brands that are adding all of this unnecessary fluff to their brands, to me, is cheapening the brand and just making me turned off from the brand in general. I haven't picked up much from SUVA, but what I did pick up, I really did enjoy. I still intend to pick up their Hydro Liner palettes. I just haven't gotten around to it, to be quite honest. But this is an easy pass for me. I hate pressed glitters, and I absolutely hate the fact that it's in a palette that otherwise I may have picked up. Sample Beauty, they released their Volume 2 palette, which the name escapes me. It just in the description it just says Volume 2 palette, and I'm actually intrigued by this palette. This palette actually doesn't look half bad. I like the neutral shades, I like the purples, I like the shimmers. I think I want to make sure that there are no glitters in this palette at all, because I will be highly annoyed. No, there are 15 mattes and 15 shimmers, so 30 shadows in total. This is 21.95 pounds. I'm intrigued. It's not something that I feel I need to rush out and pick up, but I would not be mad to pick this up. Maybe later when I'm feeling the urge for a new palette, maybe I'll pick this up. How do I say this name, this brand? Noctex Cosmetics has been sneak peeking a new palette. And first of all, I absolutely love the way that they did their swatches, where they did like a full eye of like just the one shade, and then they had a white mascara. I actually really like this. I feel like I've talked about this brand before, maybe for single eyeshadows. The color scheme thus far for this Antiquities palette looks nice, and the packaging looks nice and rustic and like creepy. So I'm intrigued, very intrigued to see where this palette goes. I might pick this up. This is not a brand that I've heard much, if anything, about, but I feel like they have like the full-on Halloween 24/7 type of vibe, and that's okay with me. This is something I talked about, I feel like months and months ago, and it's finally launching. So it should have launched today when I'm recording this, and this is the Cut, Crease, and Buy Mellow Loops collaboration. So it looks like they came out with not only the brushes that I talked about previously, but they also came out with little mini potted paint pot situations. For me, like I said, the only thing I was interested in was those eyeliners. I think those are very interesting and would be unique to try out. And they also could help me with just like doing my line in between my looks. Is it necessary? No, but am I intrigued? Very, very much. The eyeshadow, the brush kit, set, whatever, is $32, or you could pick up an individual brush for $10 each. I'm intrigued. I'm very much intrigued. And I don't know if I'm going to be picking it up. Like I said, I've made a dent into my wallet. But we will see what happens. Two more things to talk about and then your girl is done. Another brand that I just feel has veered into a direction that I am just not compatible with, and is a reason why I haven't picked up much from the brand. I do intend to shop them during Black Friday just because there were things that they dropped during the year of my no-buy that I was interested in, but the stuff now, no. And this is Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place has been adding a lot of glitters to their palettes. Their palettes have been getting quite a bit bigger, and now they're dropping a skincare brand. And for me, I just feel like makeup brands and skincare brands should stay in their lane. I find it very hard for brands to be able to do both effectively, efficiently, and in a good manner. You know what I mean? I just feel like if you are a good makeup brand, stick to that, because once you start to try and add skincare, 9 times out of 10, your skincare is not where it should be, 1. And 2, that might also cause your makeup brand to just go down as well. So for me, I am just not excited with the direction that Juvia's Place as a brand is heading. It's just not personally copacetic with your girl, which is fine. Like I said, I have about 3 or 4 palettes that I'm interested in picking up from them, depending on what their Black Friday sale is, which, if I can remember distinctly, they have really, really good Black Friday sale deals. I'll be picking up those palettes. I'll have them in my collection. I'll enjoy them. And then that'll be it for the foreseeable future, at least for right now. Like I said, I'm just not interested in anything that they've released lately. The 2 Wahala palettes, the 2 other holiday palettes that they released, it's just all not for me at all. This person has been mowing their lawn for a minute. There's not much lawns around here. Like, the lawns are not that big. The last thing that I have pinned and I'm ready to discuss is from Wicked Sisters Cosmetics, and this is their Heads Will Roll eyeshadow palette. And this is inspired by Sleepy Hollow. I don't think I've ever actually watched that. Anyways, this is a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and there are 9 shimmers. I was about to say, it looks like all of these are shimmers, and they are. Anyways, let's just get through this last one. For me, I do not pick up all shimmer palettes anymore. It's just not where your girl's at. I think in my collection right now, the only all shimmer palette I have, I always forget about it. And the one that I can distinctly, I have 2. The Linda Hallberg Quad, and then I also have the one from Fenty Beauty. I really did enjoy that eyeshadow palette, and I think it's actually really nice. I just always forget about them. I don't remember. I can remember all matte palette because at least I can start my base and then learn about whatever I want after. But just remembering the fact that it's an all shimmer palette and to use it, it just does not. We're just gonna wrap this up because this person seems to like to taunt me all the time. I'm sorry if you guys can hear the mowing in the background. Anyways, for me, all shimmer palettes are just not the move, so I'm not gonna push it. So overall, I felt like this was a really quick will I buy it. There are quite a few things that have been sneak peeked that I'm interested by, and there are a couple of things that like I wouldn't mind having in my collection, but I'm not gonna really rush to get them, which is good because Black Friday is coming around the corner, which means this is the perfect time to create your list. I have a list in my planner and it is extensive. Let me find it for you guys. It is extensive. You can't even see. There you go. It's stupid extensive. I've already purchased from a couple of the sites just pre Black Friday because, you know, there was a good enough discount that I felt happy about. But don't you guys worry, your girl is going to be doing a couple of videos coming up really soon talking about Black Friday, what I think you guys should be doing in that realm, preparing for it. And yeah, I have like 3 or 4 things that I talked about that I was really interested in picking up. Let me know down below if there's anything that you're interested in picking up, anything that I missed, anything that you would like me to pick up that I said I was on the fritz about. Let your girl know. I love talking to you guys in the comments. And yeah, we're gonna get away because this guy keeps irritating my life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, y'all, Black lives do matter. Please remember to wear a mask and stay safe. And remember, guys, wow, that was interesting. Remember that your mental health is important, and I hope you guys stay safe and happy. Alrighty, guys, see you in the next video. Bye.